So this is it, guys. Final review in all of IRT. The final IRT train review that we're doing. You know, and I just wanted to say, like, the amazing times that we've had throughout all of IRT, like reviewing every IRT train. It was awesome. I mean, from start to finish, it was awesome. I gotta say, starting from like day one with the one train, moving all through, 7th Avenue line. Well, not 7th, all through 7th Avenue, but, moving through the first three. Then we get the 4, 5, and 6. Once the 4 train review came out, it was like, yo, everybody was like, oh my God, finally. So then we tackled Lexington. And then after that, everybody waited a long ass time for that fucking 7 review. But you see how long it was when it came out. That shit was ridiculous. That history trip is no joke on that damn 7. And then all of a sudden it came out with the freaking 8 and surprised you guys, it's just amazing. Like the fact that we've come all this way. So now finally it is time to put IRT to rest once and for all. So without a shadow of a doubt, of course you guys know this is my favorite train in IRT by far. If you guys know me that well, then you know that 9 is my favorite motherfucking number. And what review that we're doing? The 9. Because of course, 9 is the number that ends everything. If you realize 1 through 9, the single digits, counting the single digits, it's like, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? All right, you get the 9, what you got to do? You got to start over again, but then you go get 10, then 11, then 12, all that other crazy ass shit, or I should say 0 to 9, because, let's not forget 0 is a number. So, of course, yeah. But, 9 always resets. After 9, you got to reset. So, 9 being the best number, being the last number, being the greatest number, of course I got to review that shit. Like, that's my shit. So, and what is the review that ends all of IRT? The 9. So, without a shadow of a doubt, let me stop talking because I got to get to the review right now. So, this is the review. My favorite IRT train, the 9 train. This here is the 9 train, my all-time favorite IRT subway train. The 9 starts off at 242nd Street, Van Cortlandt Park with the 1, and right out the gate, the 9 makes skip stops from 242nd Street down to 145th Street. After that, it runs local with the 1 to 96th Street, where it meets up with the 2 and the 3. From this point, the 1 and 9 stay local, and the 2 and 3 run out express on 7th Avenue. Once the 4 of them get to Chambers Street, the 1 and 9 split from the 2 and 3 and head over to South Ferry. Back when the 9 was alive, the South Ferry loop was in full effect, so you know what that means. The 9 went through the loop back to 242nd Street. The equipment for the 9 was, of course, R62As. Now, the 9 is like the coolest color in the crayon box of IRT trains. Of course, the damn thing is basically a skip-stop train for the 1, like how the Z is a skip-stop train for the J. But this is my favorite number, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, as a kid, I loved seeing it on a train. And of course, it had to be red, just like my favorite Sonic character of all time. No, not that one. Hello, my brother.
Oh, you sassy son of a bitch. So you're the one that's been going around causing havoc all over the place, huh?
I have one question, my brother.
Oh yeah? And what's that?
Do you know the way?
No, I do not know the way.
You must have Ebola to know the way.
Oh, see, well, you could take your Ebola, your Queen, and your Brew Brothers. You turn them some bitch sideways and stick them straight up your candy ass.
How dare you disrespect the Queen? For that, we must spit on you.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah!
Thank you, Crash. Before you head in that direction, do you know who I am? You say you know the way, but you know nothing about the way. See, you're going to fuck with me, you're going to see the Lord today. That's what's going to happen. You're going to fuck with me, you're going to see the Lord today. See, because for me, see, you don't understand. See, I am the way. I'm the original. You do not fuck with me, motherfucker. I am the king. I am the way. I must teach you the true way, my brother.
Oh. you know the way.
Now, how many more watches grip soda, my brother? For your king is more thirsty than the skin of an ashy black man who just got out the shower. Jesus.
Back in the day, me and my mom used to end up getting the 9 a lot going to work, because back in my younger days, we were still living on Staten Island. So Whitehall Street on the N and R, Bowling Green on the 4 and 5, and South Ferry on the 1 and 9 was our home stations at the time. So I did have my days catching the 9, and honestly, it was fun for me. Yeah, sure, it was just a skip stop, but it was something cool. And honestly, I don't see 7th Avenue the same without it. But then again, that's just me. I know there wasn't much purpose to the 9, but like I said, it's the kid in me that loved it. I mean, the 9 as far as timing went was the same as the Z, but a little bit better. Almost as if whatever the 1 did, the 9 would do its thing right after. So now it's time for that beloved history trip. On April 21st, 1917, the 9 train was born, but it was born as a BMT train. The 9 was the BMT services on the IRT Flushing line. It was used on maps, but not on trains. IRT services used 7 instead. When the joint BMT IRT operation on the Flushing line, provided for under dual contracts, was discontinued, the BMT 9 died. On May 15, 1941, the 9 was born again, but not as the 9 we all grew up with. The 9 was the Avenue Shuttle, running from East 180th to in the Bronx, using the New York Westchester Boston Railway platforms, transferring to the 2. Now that's pretty badass. When a connection between the Avenue line and the White Plains Road line opened in 1957, daytime shuttle service was replaced with through service from the 2. From 1957 to 1966, the 9 was still the nighttime Avenue Shuttle. In 1967, the 9 died. The Avenue Shuttle runs during late night hours, but of course we all know that's the 5 running from East 180th Street to Avenue. Now on Monday, August 21st, 1989, at 6:30 a.m., the 9 train returned one final time as the train we all grew up to love, running with the 1, running skip stop service with the 1 on 7th Avenue. It ran skip stops north of 137th Street. Midday skip stop service was discontinued in 1994, but remained during peak hours. By this time, the skip stop service was assigned to the following stations on the 1 train only: 238th Street, 215th Street, Dyckman Street, 157th Street, and the following stations to the 9 was only Marble Hill, 225th Street, 207th Street, and 145th Street. After 9/11, 1 trains had to be rerouted since the 1 and 9 ran right underneath the Twin Towers. Once the buildings fell, the Cortlandt Street station was destroyed, and the 1 was cut back only to 14th Street. And the 9 was out of service entirely until further notice. Later on, as time went by, the 1 was extended to new lots, while the 3 was only running from 14th Street to Harlem. When the 1 was able to go back to South Ferry, the 9 came back with it, and that was on September 15, 2002. As a result of a decrease in the number of riders benefiting from the 9 skip stop services, the MTA announced the death of the 9 in mid-2004 and approved it in early 2005. On May 27, 2005, my favorite IRT train, the 9 train, died for the final time, and the 1 now makes all the stops on 7th Avenue. This train is like the Jesus of IRT. It always dies and comes back to life again in some crazy ass way. It's almost as if it's immortal. Now I've heard that the MTA is trying to make a new IRT line in Brooklyn. Who knows? Maybe that would be the 9's new and official home. It was a plan that the MTA made up to run a new line down Utica Avenue or something, but the other plan was to send the 9 into Red Hook in Brooklyn. Hey, that should be hot to see the 9 head to where I was raised. Plus it would head to IKEA. Now for me to pass out as far as being a transit fan goes, seeing a Redbird on the 9 would make me fucking pass out. MTA, I'm speaking to you guys directly right now. If you guys ever did this, you would get folks talking. You want to train in many colors, but as a fan trip on the 9 to South Ferry and back, and use the South Ferry loop while you're at it to basically honor the 9, because the 9 was a solid reason why a lot of things got started in the subway. And that's not just the 9-year-old talking to me, I swear. I mean, look at the many times you guys try to bring it back. I mean, damn. And if you do run a train of many colors on the 9, make sure it has 9069 in the front going towards South Ferry. I love the whistle. Oh my god. Now in terms of music for the 9, it's very special. The 9 is the only number line that I've treated like a letter line, so its main theme is Press Garden, Act 1 from Sonic Mania. Because of that sexy fucking guitar, oh my god. The theme for the 9 when it has a tech train is something totally different. It's actually Space Colony, otherwise known as World 9 from Super Monkey Ball 2. Holy crap, that game is awesome. But fucking press motherfucking garden. Guys, I gotta say, it's been one hell of a ride reviewing all of IRT, and I've enjoyed every reaction you guys have given us over the years with us reviewing everything. My apologies to my boys Alex, Adam, and Turtle, but I had to tackle this one on my own, my train of IRT. For you see, I know the way. the way to the Queen, and the ways to take the 9 train. Someone somewhere needs to make a meme of a packed 9 train full of Ugandan knuckles with myself operating the train flying through the tunnels or outside. Like, put that shit on like DeviantArt or some shit like that. Just like, you know, make artwork of it or some shit like that. Like, I want to see artwork of that. Like, if you guys can do that, like, I would thank you so much. I would put that in like the next video or something like that. Matter of fact, I'll be sure to post the artwork onto our Facebook and Twitter, which is the Super Subway Brothers at Facebook and Twitter,
And at Super Subway Brothers on Instagram.
so as a whole, the 9 was a badass in its own way. Plus, lots of fans and regular people talk about it till this day. And I'm pretty sure if MTA came out with 9 train shirts, that shit would sell like hotcakes. I sure as hell get one, cause fuck all that. And I mean 9 by itself, not that 1/9 crap. I mean 9. Like just 9 itself on a shirt. Like if that don't happen, then I'll make one. Fuck that shit, cause that is like I will represent IRT. That'd be the first IRT train that I'll ever represent. Cause damn that. I'll give the 9, of course, a 10 out of 10. The 9 was a train that kept coming back for more after the MTA kept trying to put it down. That shit was like stink meter.
Colonel motherfucking stink meter. Holla at your boy. I get money.
The 9 did what it was supposed to do, and that was what really counts at the end of the day. Don't worry, the 9 will come back one day. I believe so. Again, this is the MTA we're talking about here. Like I said in the 8 review, anything can happen. You never know.
Before I let you guys go, I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching the whole IRT marathon and everything like that. We finally made it. We finally fucking made it at IRT. So now it's just, we're going to be focusing on like just all the other stuff, you know what I'm saying, like letter lines, freaking buses, you know, I gotta make sure I get focused on that. So, you know, I can't really take any requests after the E and the L is done. So I gotta, like, you know, gotta make sure I get focused on doing all the other stuff that I was set out to do in the first place any old fucking way, because I got a lot of shit that's backed up right now. So with that being said, you know, on top of that, like I said, the whole R32 entry review thing, you know, I want The Rock to really be in that shit because I want you guys to have one ill-ass review and shit like that. So, like I said, go to The Rock's Twitter, you know, bug the hell out of him, tell him, yo, Knuckles of the Super Subway Brothers wants to work with you, shit like that. You know, give him the link to my videos, like any one of my videos will do. Trust you me. So, and then on top of that, as far as like the whole Ugandan Knuckles thing, that shit is funny as hell. You know, I still watch that shit to this day. This shit's funny as hell. But you know, of course, because I know the way. You motherfuckers do not know the way, but I know the way. See, because I'm the original. I told you right now, you're going to do the Lord today. But at the end of the day, you know, the 9 train was my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I used to love seeing that shit. I used to love catching that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, and of course, a huge shout out to you know, all the guys that pretty much contributed whatever it was to like every review that I've done for IRT and everything like that. And as far as the 9's concerned, huge shout out to the guy that actually took the 9 footage from before, from that old video. I don't know if you guys remember that, but what you're seeing now, or about to see, is what that video was. So, like, once again, I want to thank all of you guys for all of that. And please, you know, like I said, you know, comment whatever your favorite times, all of that stuff, you know, all that type of stuff, you know. And I want to give a huge shout out to my boy JTrain83. You probably see him in the comment section below, you know, Epic 112, my man Freddie, you know, all those guys that comment down below with some good shit, like all the information that you'll see, like a brick ton of information in the comment section. Shout out to them, because I'm like, yo, like, they pretty much fill the gaps. Reggie too, they fill in the gaps for everything that I miss, or like anything that we all miss or anything like that. So, you know, if you want extra information, you go to them, because they fucking got that shit, especially when it comes to, like, you know, freaking BMT, IRT, subway shit, of course, you know. Because, you know, you got, when you're here in this channel, you're covered. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're one of those guys that cover you. So, thank you so much to those guys. And thank you yourself at home for subscribing and watching my shit. Because, you know, like I said, like we always say, without you, this channel would not be here. So, with that said, this is Knuckles of the Super Subway Brothers telling you to stand clear of the closing doors.